Hello ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? My name is TomOrigins. Today we're playing Red Dead Redemption Online for the first time in a very long time because a lot of really cool, interesting things are happening in the Red Dead Redemption community. As you know, this channel on YouTube has reached 200,000 views. My most viewed video was a tutorial for Red Dead Redemption. My second most viewed video on the channel is another Red Dead Redemption tutorial, which has reached 100k views, and those two videos are my biggest on the channel. So this channel owes a lot to Red Dead Redemption. I love Rockstar games, always have, and I was super thrilled for Red Dead Redemption 2 to come out. The channel is pretty much in honor of Red Dead Redemption to begin with, when it comes to the gaming side of things, because that was the first game that ever blew up on my channel. So I owe a lot to Red Dead, that's undoubted. And now, after many months of very dry online content, we've actually gotten some information from the Rockstar Newswire that has claimed that some Red Dead Redemption online content is going to be released on the 28th of July onwards. Now, I apologise if there's any problems with the YouTube connection. I'm doing this live on Twitch and then obviously uploading it to my YouTube. But yes, Rockstar have announced that the Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to get an online update come the 28th of July, and we're going to get more updates over the next couple of weeks. So I am super excited for this. I can't wait. It looks to be super interesting, and I cannot believe that we're getting a Red Dead Redemption update after many months of waiting. It feels like forever we've waited to get one of these updates, and finally we're getting one. So I'm coming on, getting my points, my money and my gold all saved up to the best I can, kind of keeping my honor in a good zone just in case some of the missions are needed for that. But I'm looking forward to seeing what comes to the game. I've played this game since release, and I always come back to it every now and then, whether it's a bit of single player when I'm bored or a bit of online. But I do always find myself coming back to this game because there's just something so rewarding about it. The grinding in it, though, is something that we need to discuss, and I hopefully can count on Rockstar's new update bringing out a whole new character. So we've got bounty hunting, we've got exploration, and we've got a moonshiner and a trader. So we've got four active roles you can be at the minute. But apparently they're going to add a new one called the naturalist. And we don't quite know what that's going to entail, but due to the one image we've seen so far, it's of this cute little lion cub, sort of cute little exotic creature. So hopefully, we might end up actually getting to interact with some very rare and exotic animals with this naturalist character. I feel like it's a cool and interesting one for Rockstar to kind of introduce to the game. We've had a lot of like gun shooting ones with the bounty hunting and the moonshine that requires a lot of, I think, a lot of combat orientated gameplay, which is quite nice to see in a cowboy game. That's what we want to see. But also with the collector and the trader, it's kind of more foraging and exploration. So I don't know, would it be cool to see if they do a bit of a mix, if they add this naturalist character mode in, and it's something to do with a bit of combat and a bit of exploration, a nice balance between all of the different traits you can be. So I'm looking forward to it. Any content for this game is good content because we've had months and months of just dried out content, and it's nice to see finally we're getting some more coming back to the game. But not only is Rockstar updating GTA 5 as well as Red Dead, both games are getting a bit of an update with new heists coming out for GTA 5 as well later down the line. So I will be covering that as well at some point. But Red Dead for me is just my pride and joy when it comes to a game to play. I love the single player. It's been fantastic. I've played many single players after it, and none of them have competed or compared when it comes to the storytelling that Rockstar are capable with. And online, I've been super interested. I kind of am a bit more invested with Red Dead Online than I am with GTA Online, even though sometimes it feels like GTA has got a bit more things to do on there online. I still am more invested in Red Dead because I just love the characters. And I just really enjoy what it has to offer, and I feel like the thing that it was just annoyed me the most was that it had so much potential, and Rockstar just wasn't hitting it. And now they are. Now they're gonna come back swinging, and I truly hope that they come back hard with this. update and they bring a whole bunch of new things to the game. I hope they're clever about the gold currency and their online microtransactions. I never liked them, but hopefully they're generous. They have been a bit more generous, sorry, with money over on the Red Dead side, I mean the GTA side of things. So hopefully if they learn from their mistakes, they will actually give us more free things to enjoy with Red Dead Online, which I feel like it has been lacking. But I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing what online updates are going to come. And I can't wait. I cannot wait because this game has been amazing to play and enjoy. And it's a problem that it's not had just enough time worked with it. And I feel like the online community have asked enough for this that we've deserved it months ago, and now that they're actually paying us back, it's annoying we've had to wait this long. But I feel like we have to give Rockstar the benefit of the doubt. Like, they've made us wait long enough, so when they deliver on the 28th of July and onwards, they're gonna have to deliver really, really well. Like, they're gonna have to make up for a lot of lost time. So hopefully Rockstar, I think they're a big enough company that they've got the time and energy right now, with no announcement for GTA 6, with no announcement for anything massive coming down the pipeline for a game, like a new game itself. So I feel like with their resources and the time that they've got right now, they should be focusing with Red Dead Online updates and GTA Online updates. But GTA, I feel like they kind of lost their way a little bit, kind of brought it back around when the new heists, the casino heist came into it. I kind of lost love for GTA in the middle ground, but Red Dead, it was just at the beginning, I was super excited. I was really hyped for it, then it died down, then the Moonshine and Collector came in, and I was excited again, and then it died down again, and then, you know, then it's just been dead for months. It's been really, really empty, and this game has got such a large amount of potential, but the developers over at Rockstar Studios just needs to pay attention to what their audience wants. They need to pay attention to what the game needs, and what the game needs is content. Any good game needs content, and you know, just because it's a Rockstar title, they can't just sell it on the idea that, oh, it's a Rockstar game, yeah, you're just gonna like it anyway and that's it, because that's not gonna work anymore. You know, it's like a movie. If a movie's directed by a really good director, it doesn't make the movie amazing just because the director's done amazing movies in the past. Like, it has to bring something to the table, and I feel like this game was just lacking in that department on the online. If online was anywhere near as good as the story, I think it would have been easily contender for best game of the year, but it lost to God of War, which was a bit confusing, considering I played God of War the other day on my PlayStation and it wasn't that good. I truly thought it was about a 7 out of 10 at best, where the story for this was 10 out of 10, but the online just lacked. So I hope they do come back swinging, because I would love to play the hell out of this game. I would love to come back and sort of rediscover a love for it again and fall back in love with playing it, because it's been really immersive in the past, and I truly want Rockstar to not give up on such a good amount of potential, and actually focus on what needs to be brought in, what the community have asked for, and bring that into the game, because I loved it. I've had both Outlaw passes, I've maxed them out both to 100. I've done countless videos on the channel, on the TomOrigins channel, that's gotten lots of great positive energy from the Red Dead Online community and the Red Dead community in general. And this game is definitely stoked with potential, but it's just never been used to its fullest, which I think is very, very annoying. Oh, God. Come on, here. There you go. Oh, God. Yes. It's like even those like little missions are like really fun and entertaining. Just like come into like a little watch out area and like fight my way through a bunch of guys, like that's intense and entertaining and fun, but like the game just needs to just oomph it a little bit more. I would really love to see if I could ask Rockstar to bring one thing to the online game of this. One thing I would love to see would be a heist in Red Dead Online that you can play solo or with a team, but you have the option to do that. And I would really love to see a heist come to Red Dead Online by the end of this year at the latest. You know, I think because like obviously they could easily do that because there's kind of heists that you do in the single player, so they could just bring that out to the multiplayer. Surely that would be something that would be, be something doable. I would assume they could do that. I don't see why they couldn't. Why couldn't they just bring the online heist, the single player heist into online and allow the online player to do the same sort of heists, even if it's in the same locations as the single player. Like you rob the bank in Saint Denis, and I think we rob roads at some point in the story. We also hold up trains and things like that. So, and it's the Wild West, so that is exactly the type of stuff you would expect to see in a Wild West video game. And the fact that it's in the story mode and not online is frustrating, because it would be really enjoyable to try and hold up a train on your own online and try and hold up a bank on your own or with a friend or with your group and things like that. Like, it would be really, really entertaining. And I think that's a big problem with games as a whole right now, is that game studios release a game and they just think, oh, because we're a title, we're Rockstar, we're Activision, we release Call of Duty or Battlefield or GTA or Red Dead, people just have to love it. Well, people are going to just love it because they associate your brand with something that they know in their head that they love. But at the end of the day, you shouldn't just exploit players for that. You should give them every new year a new game and a new reason to enjoy that game. Don't just bank on the fact because you've got a title attached to it that everyone's going to have to love it, end of story. Because that's just arrogant. Like, I don't understand why that wouldn't be reasonable for them to go, right, we are a very notorious title, we are very well known, we have to bring our A game every year. I feel like game developers at the minute are getting lazy. They're just adding a season pass, a couple of online microtransactions, maybe a new weapon, and maybe a new map, and then it's just like, it's not enough. It's not enough. We as gamers, as this community of gamers, we pay $60, $80, $90, $100, £100 on games to come and support them. And a lot of the time you're left wondering, well, why? When our own game developers aren't going to cater towards us and our wants, why should we, as gamers, have to put up with paying these expansive amounts of money, like these huge, ridiculous sums of money, in order to what? Just get treated like we're a paying customer, and like that's it. You have to, you paid 60 quid, you have to enjoy it now. Like, surely that's not right. Like, you understand where I'm coming from. If we're putting down big money for these games, then they need to bring big things to the table to make that money worthwhile, like make it worth our money. Like, it's not fair. It's not fair that we just put up with it just because it's got a title that we're all well known with. We just put up with their laziness, and I feel like that happens a lot with Call of Duty, and it definitely happens a lot with GTA Online and things like that. Like, there's a lot more that game developers can bring to the table, because gamers are willing to spend their hard-earned money and time playing these games and enjoying the hell out of these games and making it worthwhile. But you've got to bring something to the table as a game developing company to make it worthwhile. Like, if I went into a job that wasn't doing YouTube, I would love to get into like the gaming industry and like be somebody. I don't know exactly what the job title would be called, but be somebody who goes into the room and sits down with developers and people and say, look, this is what the community is asking for. Let's figure out how we can break these demands down so they're manageable for the developers, but also so they comply with what the fans are asking for. Like, it's hard. I understand if there's millions upon millions of fans all wanting different things, but surely online, on like Twitter, on YouTube, on Instagram, on social media platforms, when you see a lot of people, a lot of players asking for the same thing over and over again, surely that should be a thing you all pick up on and go, alright, well, online Red Dead community are asking for heists, so we're going to put our time and effort thinking about what we want for heists. They're thinking about, you know, a new map, maybe, a new map expansion. Oh, so what can we do in that regard? Like, in the storyline, we've been to, I think isn't it Cuba? Is the island we go to? Somewhere like that. We go to a foreign exotic island via a cutscene, you know. So how hard would it be for Rockstar, logically, to put a boat somewhere on our map, on our online map that we could go to, and it would transport you from this place over to Cuba, and the amount of players on that island might be smaller, obviously, because it's a smaller space, but you know, have an expansion pack where you can go to a different map. Or we know Mexico is still attached. We've had people who've glitched and modded and hacked the game to get down to the Mexico part of the map, and that's pretty empty, bar a few buildings and structures that have been left there. But there's loads of area down there that you could expand with and do things with. I understand, like, when they say about adding more to the story, like DLC, because for DLC they have to get like the voice actors back, they have to script things, they have to bring new people in, and it's more time consuming and more financially draining. But I don't think it would be hard for a big game studio to add a new map, like a whole new map to go and explore, or add a bunch of new content, like a bunch of new content in. Mainly games nowadays just think an update is like a season pass with a few extra guns and you know, a few different outfits and cosmetics. But like, that's not the same as, you know, that's not a big enough update. If we're waiting months and months and months for a new update, we don't want a new hat and a new gun and, like, you know, a different colour horse. Like, we want big things. We want big new game-changing things to be brought into the game, because we've waited so long for it. And I would understand if it was like, you know, a game that updates on a cycle, like regular updates, but they've had months and months and months of waiting around to do this type of stuff, and really they should have been bringing out more stuff there and then, instead of making players wait the length of time that we've been waiting for this update. Like, we've waited months, literally months, for this update, and it's not right to think that we've waited this long. And if they just come and bring us a new gun and a new hat and a new colour horse, like, if they truly think we're going to be okay with that, then that, and you know, some players would put up with that, and that's negative reinforcement then. Ah! We've got to try and get down this bounty. Come on. Where the hell? Where the hell has this guy gotten to? It's like, this is like a good part of the game where you get to like hunt down and do your bounty hunting and things like that. Like that's really interesting. But there is so much more on top of it that we could be having instead. And I think that's what's frustrating. Where's the boulders? I swear I had, there we go. Let's go after this guy. He's shouting at me. Where is he? Aha! Gotcha.
Don't do this. You can't tie me up like this. Jesus Christ.
He sounds like what's he called? Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Bloody hell. Help me! Anyone! Are you mad? Can't feel my hands, it's too tight.
It's not my problem, good man.
Come on, get these ropes undone.
No. How about now, you crazy Dutch bastard?
Oh Christ! Help! Anybody!
This is normally when we get people coming after him. Yep. On cue. On cue. Got 5 minutes to ride like halfway across town, like across the world. But that's what I mean. It just feels like this game is just like a couple of major updates away from being close to perfection, and I feel like that's what was so frustrating. If the game had been released, and from the minute it got released, it was just nothing but garbage, people wouldn't care about it getting updated. People wouldn't think having a few updates would make it any better. If it was that bad to begin with, no one would ask for updates for it. But I feel like what's upsetting is that the Rockstar knows there's a community out here who are waiting for more content, who are supporting this game constantly, who are milking it as much as they can for content and enjoyment, waiting for the hope that one day an update will come out with new additional features and game-changing moments and, you know, a whole new playable experience. But it frustrates me, the world of gaming right now, that we pay so much for a game and we feel like we get so little from it. I don't know if I'm alone in that. If I am, let me know. But I don't feel like I am. I feel like it's a problem with games at the minute that we're just needing to fix. And until the community comes together on that, I don't feel like we'll ever fix it. And it's frustrating. Very frustrating. But I will look forward to July the 28th, and I feel like after those little mini, you know, experiences we've just gone through, then the talk that we've had in the video today, I feel like I've put a lot of my opinions forward correctly. And you know, I don't want to just come and rip on the game. I don't think it's, you know, deserving of that. I don't think I should just come and roast the hell out of the game. And I hope I've been fair in what I've said. But my guy looks shattered, so I'm going to eat some plump turkey, and I'm going to wish you all the absolute best. So, my name has been TomOrigins. If you have enjoyed the video, either on Twitch or on the YouTube, and just as a little memento there to my 100k video, I'll finish with some gun flips and tricks and spins and such. But I can't believe the tutorial for that got 100k, that's mad. You guys are awesome. But if you ever have enjoyed the video, you have enjoyed what I've had to say, if you'd like to add anything else to the mix, if you're a Red Dead fan, or if you're brand new to Red Dead, or whatever you are, if you want to come and put your 10 piece in, then come and comment it down below, and I'm sure that I'll get in touch with you, and we can have a nice little chat about it in the comments. But yeah, I've been your host, TomOrigins, today. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you very much for joining me on this video. I'll see you guys soon. Stay safe. Peace out.
Switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia. Darling, I'm just so fed up with what What does perfect even mean?